Welcome back to BLOCKTV. Now, one of the most colorful figures in crypto space, John McAfee, set crypto Twitter on fire recently with a series of tweets from his Caribbean sanctuary where he fled to avoid the US taxman. Now, Yona Hochhauser is here to tell us all about the presidential candidate's bold new plan. Yona, what's he up to?
Right, well, he's never one to be boring, and no one could accuse him of that.
Right.
Well, yesterday he took to Twitter in a shocking move. He released this tweet saying, "The who is Satoshi mystery must end. It is not the CIA nor any agency or any world government. It is a collection of people, but the white paper was written by one man who currently resides in the US. If he does not come forward, these narrowings will continue." Now, the interesting of note there is he says that he reside in the US. Seemingly he is alive, knocking out Hal Finney and a lot of other people. The next tweet he said was, "I protected the identity of Satoshi. It's time though that this be put to bed. Imposters claim to be him. We are spending time and energy in search of him. It's a waste. Every day I will narrow down the identity of Satoshi until he reveals himself or I reveal him." Now, clearly this is coming and following the whole Craig Wright, the whole debacle, the listings.
All right. So let's just put this in perspective. So we have the fake Toshi saga. Everybody's agreeing, apparently, except for Craig Wright himself, that he is not Satoshi Nakamoto.
Right.
But now John McAfee is claiming that he not only knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is, he said for the better good, he's going to reveal his identity unless Satoshi Nakamoto himself steps up and exposes his identity. What the hell?
Exactly. I mean, listen, obviously Satoshi has chose to remain anonymous until now, whether he's alive or dead. He chose to remain anonymous until now, and a lot of people are giving him flack. But let's first check out the funny comments or the comments that people made on the first tweets. And trust me, we have a whole bunch of tweets to go. So the first comment, which I really enjoyed, was at Twitter's game of Guess Who. It's called Satoshi Nakamoto edition. And you see there Craig Wright. No, it's not Craig Wright. You see John's there. He hasn't been knocked down yet. But very clever photoshopping there. It's a little fun little game to knock everyone.
And right, because he's giving out hints and he's probably to reveal a bit more every day. So is he, what ethnicity is he? Where does he live? How old is he? And you're going to, by process of elimination, in the end, we're going to be at one person.
Right. And there's another commenter, Alex Koza says, "I hope people never find him, so he will not reveal his identity. It will be better for all of us." And McAfee has said, "Absolutely false. There's an incredible story behind this that the world needs to know." And then Jeremy the Project quipped, "Jesus thought the same thing, probably," which is
quite a comparison.
Exactly, pretty funny, but it also shows the possibly serious side of McAfee's actions. Where, if Satoshi is alive and his identity is revealed, he has a lot of Bitcoin, a lot of money, which I'm sure the IRS or different governments would love to get after, as well as threats. It could be possibly threats on his life. He does stir a lot of feathers.
Right, and potentially, if Satoshi Nakamoto exists and is identified and decides to do something with his 1 million Bitcoins, that could affect the market in a big way. A bit of a hint from McAfee there at a dark side to the story as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people are even, questioning maybe he doesn't really know who Satoshi is. I mean, it could go either way. So, there was at Thant1194. She posted a meme saying, "Here's the attention you ordered," mocking McAfee for saying, "Listen, we know you love attention. You don't really know who he is," and saying that you're doing this for the
right. That's open to interpretation. I mean, McAfee has been around long enough and in the crypto sphere, so he might know his identity, but who knows?
Right.
But what is for sure that is attention whore. So that meme is very apt.
Yes, exactly. And then so McAfee went on and tweeted, "Wow, I'm getting flack for forcing Satoshi into the open. Please see, the not knowing is allowing people to falsely claim the title. This week's havoc, for example, like we said, Craig Wright's fake claim to be Satoshi is fully responsible for the BSV scam, which hurt us all." He's trying to give some reasoning, kind of defend himself for it. And also tweeted, people who were saying that, how come maybe he doesn't actually know Satoshi. He tweeted in response, "How do I know about Satoshi? Yes, I drink, use drugs, chase women, run from the law, which I have done since I was 19, but it does not obviate the fact that I created a great company whose focus was stopping hackers. I had to know hacking. I'm still John fucking McAfee. He for sure is still John fucking McAfee. This is exactly what John fucking McAfee would do.
Absolutely, and saying that he's John fucking McAfee, that says a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, so there were a lot of funny comments, a lot of angry comments. Personally, I went through all of them. I found the best question, the most conductive, constructive question was by Sir Drinks a Lot. He says, "Does Satoshi follow you on Twitter?" And McAfee said no. That was actually a pretty good question. Sir Drinks a Lot answered, "Okay, so we're making progress. 900,000 candidates less, only 7 billion suspects to go." McAfee said, laughing my fucking ass off. So that was a pretty good question if you're actually trying to figure it out.
If you're trying to put down those cards in the Guess Who board, there's 900,000 followers that are off the table.
Right. Click, 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 click. The most interesting comment exchange I found was D to the Lizzle, great name, D to the Lizzle, said, "The question is he still alive or is he dead? What power influence does he still have over Bitcoin, or does he just watch from a distance?" Which McAfee said, and this is a big clue, he's alive for fuck's sake, he has zero influence over Bitcoin. Now, Cyberman responded, "How on one hand can Satoshi still have access to the 1 million Bitcoin, and on the other hand still have zero influence over Bitcoin?" Because, keeping in mind that you could manipulate the price quite well with 1 million Bitcoin. And McAfee says, "It's a long story, you are not going to love it." Now, that's quite cryptic there. That got a lot of people thinking, wait. If he actually doesn't know who he is, what does he mean by "you're not going to love who it is"?
Right.
Like he already said, it's not quite
earlier,
right.
It's a dark story. There's something, a whole other. Satoshi Nakamoto is a mystery that people have been into for years already. But he's adding some more details, assuming he knows who it is and that he can identify a very interesting story that we're going to be exposed to over the next few days, weeks, months ahead.
So much intrigue, so much intrigue. And so then later on in the night, he tweeted, "I received today dozens of communications from people and groups claiming to be Satoshi. Below is an example email in my responses, so people, please, I know who Satoshi is. Don't make yourself look foolish by pretending. We'll do as I did below. By the way, big clues below." So then he shows an email of this guy claiming to be Satoshi. And McAfee, in that exchange, McAfee asked him if he's Indian. And the guy says, "No, I'm not Indian. I kind of look like I'm Indian." And McAfee, this is the really interesting part, McAfee responds with, "Then you're the only non-Indian on the team, and I've never heard of you. How is that?" Now, if what McAfee is saying is true, if he knows who Satoshi is, and according to the email, he's claiming that the whole Satoshi team is all Indian, which I've seen a lot of guesses.
Right.
The majority opinion has not been an Indian or an Indian team. He makes sure to say from India, not Native American there. That's really interesting. If it's true, then a whole bunch of people started throwing out different people from India who could be. But if that's true, that would really be from out of left field, and no one saw that coming.
Completely. Well, it looks like John McAfee has put it to rest for the day. I guess tomorrow is another one. He said he'd reveal more information all the time until Satoshi Nakamoto steps forward. What a roller coaster.
Yeah. We'll be there to bring you the ride. Trust me, there's a whole lot of tweets, a whole lot of comments. I go through it, so you don't have to. I find the good stuff. Make sure to check us out. Still here on all our social media at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And check us out at blocktv.com for all the latest updates in crypto. Satoshi Nakamoto, and of course, John McAfee.